Hello everyone, welcome to J Who Crochet. I'm Reggie, and today I have a new yarn club to introduce you guys to. In the past few weeks, I have really been on a wave of crocheting socks. I've been designing a lot of new socks, crochet socks design, and I have just generally been verging into crocheting socks. And those of you who follow me on Instagram may have seen some of the designs, and if you also favorited my Etsy shop, then you probably have seen that the latest designs on the shop were mostly socks design. So in my search for very good yarns to go with crochet socks, I have happened upon an Etsy rabbit hole that, as usual, I fell right into. And I came across this really cool yarn dyer. Her name is Nicole C. Mendez, and her shop is named the same. And I will link her shop as well as all of her social media in the description box below so that you guys can go and check her out. Now, she specializes in hand-dyed self-striping yarn. That is very interesting because there are a lot of dyers who do hand-dyed yarns, but not a lot of them specifically do self-striping. Now, for those of us who like self-striping yarns, we can all get them at the stores, the factory made, the cakes, all of those. But to have a hand-dyed self-striping yarn was very interesting to me. So, of course, I had to check out her shop. And as one does, I ended up ordering. And the reason I ended up ordering is because she offers very interesting yarn clubs on her Etsy shop. Now, most of the yarn clubs listings are for a few months. So you will pay a certain amount and you will get the yarn club for once a month for 3 or 6 months, depending on what you chose and what option you chose. And she has different ones, and every time she changes them as well. And of course, there is a limited amount of each of them. So I was very lucky to be able to grab 2 of her yarn clubs for 3 months before they were gone from the shop. The last time I checked, the 2 yarns that I have subscribed to are no longer available, but others popped up instead of them. So she always has some kind of yarn club offered on the shop. The difference between the yarn clubs is mainly the inspiration. I think they are all self-striping yarns. So after I ordered, I contacted her to ask if it's okay that I will share it with you guys, and she said yes. And not only she said yes, she is also willing to offer a very special discount code for you guys. So for those of you watching the video, if you're interested in anything from her shop, she gave us a very special discount code for viewers of my channel, and I will put this across the screen as well as in the description box below. Okay, so it arrived. As I've said, I grabbed 2 different yarn clubs, and this is the first month that I'm getting them. So there are 2 hanks of yarns in this bag, and we're gonna open them together, look at them, and see what they're like. Here's what it looks like when it's out of the bag. That is really cute, I must say. And you cannot see through the paper, so it's still a surprise for me and for you. And I'm going to pull out the first hank of yarn. Now, I chose 2 yarn clubs, as I've said. The first that I chose was the self-striping yarn club, which doesn't have a specific theme, so every month is inspired by something else. And the second one was the self-striping Harry Potter themed yarn, and you guys know I'm a Potterhead, so I had to grab that one as well. So I don't know which one I'm going to pull out first because I want it to be a surprise for me as well, but I guess the colorway name will tell us which glove it is. Look at this. This is the first one I pulled out, and the colorway name is Happy Birthday Harry, spelled this way. So for you Potterheads who read the book, you guys understand this is definitely the Harry Potter yarn club. I chose to get the soft sock yarn base, which is 80% virgin wool. It is merino extra fine, but it's not super wash, and 20% nylon. And this is 100 grams, 400 meters, 437 yards in this hank of yarn. Now, of course, when you subscribe to the Yarn Club, there is a selection of different options, which fiber you want to get. So this is just the one I chose, but there were other ones available. And when you look at the hank, you can definitely see that this will be a self-striping yarn. Generally, when you look at hand-dyed yarns, if the hank looks like this, meaning you see long stripes of the yarn going all through from one side of the hanks to the other, then it will be a self-striping yarn. If you see chunks of color, meaning let's say this whole side will be blue and this whole side will be white, then you will get shorter changes of colors between blue and white, but it will not be self-striping. It will not make a stripe along an entire row. So when the hank looks like this, you can see that it is a self-striping yarn. And here you can see her logo, Nicole C. Mendez. She has this really, really cute sheep as her logo, and you can see her shop address down there, but of course everything will be linked in the description box below. So I'm very happy with this one. It has, as I've said, stripes of brown, green, pink, and cream. I can't wait to see what this looks like once it's worked up. And what I'm going to do is, after I'll show you the other hank from the other club, I'm going to pause the video, do a little swatch, and then film again. So you will see in this video, right after I show you the other hank of yarn, you will see what they work up like. So you will be able to see how it self-stripes, okay? So this is the first one. This is the Harry Potter inspired self-striping yarn club. And now I'm going to show you the other one. So as I've said, the other club that I signed up for is of no particular theme. Every month is inspired by something else, whatever she feels like at that month. But the reason I got it is because there was a yarn base available on that specific yarn club that I just had to get. And once I tell you what the fiber components are, you will understand. So, ready for it? Here it is. Oh, look at that. Here we have stripes of brown, cream, and this grayish brown. And this one is called Coffee Break. Very fitting, definitely fitting for the colors. Now, check this out. The yarn base I chose is Shiny Sock, and this is 60% virgin wool, which is another merino extra fine, and 40% tencel. Now, you guys all know how much I love tencel. It is my absolute favorite fiber. So when I saw that she has a self-striping yarn club that goes with a tencel merino blend fiber, I had to try it. It is 100 grams, 400 meters, and 437 yards in the hank. It is soft as butter. This is the softest sock yarn. I gotta tell you, this is amazing. Amazing. Look at the colors. Definitely appropriate. It does look sort of like a cappuccino. Gives me the cappuccino vibes. Definitely appropriate for the coffee break. And can you see that shine? Can you see that this yarn is shiny? Now that is the tencel. Tencel brings a lot of shine into the fiber. It is always like a shiny finish to yarns that have tencel mixed in them. And that is just gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see what it works up like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 swatches now, and stay with me in just a second. You will see what they look like. And I'm back. I swatched both yarns for you so you guys can see how well they stripe up. So I will begin with the Harry Potter yarn. Now you can already see when the yarn is caked up. I used my Swift and ball winder and I kicked it up, and you can already see that this is a self-striping yarn. You can see the longer color changes in the cake. And here is the swatch that I made. This is all in single crochet, and you can very clearly see that it will make stripes. Now, of course, if you make something wider, the stripes will be thinner, and if you make something thinner, the stripes will be wider. So I personally think this yarn will be perfect for socks, because socks is a project that has very short rounds, and so the stripes will work out perfectly around. And this is the second yarn. This is the coffee one. And I must say, this yarn is amazingly soft. I just love it. Once again, you can see that this is a long striping yarn. And here is the swatch. And you can clearly see the color changes there as well. Very, very, very nice self-striping yarn. I really cannot wait to see how these work out. And as I've told you guys, I was planning to make socks with them, so I think the striping effect will work perfectly. And once I have my socks ready, I will probably show them to you on a different video or on one of my What's on the Hook episodes, and then you guys will be able to actually see the yarns in action. But as I have said, if you liked what you saw today, or if it sparked your interest, go and check out her Etsy shop, Nicole C. Mendez. Her link, as well as social media and the special discount code that she gave for you guys, are all in the description box below for you. And please, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and tell me what you thought about the yarns. If you went and checked out her shop, what did you think about what she has to offer there? And maybe you already have experience with this business from the past. Let me know what were your impressions from her yarns. For now, thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!